Good evening, Miss. We are from Group 4. We'll be presenting about our MPU3193 group assignment. Firstly, metaphysics is known as the fundamental nature of reality. It questions about the existence and the nature of universe. The first one is the belief of ghosts or spirits among the Chinese. As we know, Chinese believe that when people pass away, they will transform into ghosts or spirits. Thus, in every household of the Chinese, they will have an ancestral tablet that put their family members' name when they pass away so that it's easier for them to pray to it. Secondly is the celebrations of Ghost Month festival. They believe that during that time the underworld gate will be open and allow the spirit to come back to the world of living to visit. The second one is the wind and air. Even though we cannot see it, touch it, hold it, but we believe that it exists. For example, when we are running, we can actually feel the air, feel the very strong wind. This is because of the airflow. Thus, even though we can't see it, we believe that it actually existed. That's all from my part. I will pass to Puwen. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Poon Raj, and now I'll be explaining the proponents of determinism under Title 1, which is Metaphysics. So, people have been arguing for a long time about whether our actions are mainly influenced by things we can't control, like how we were raised and our genes, or if we have the power to make choices on our own. Some say our behavior is mostly shaped by factors like our family and where we grew up, backed up by studies in psychology and brain science. Others believe we can make decisions without being controlled by these things, pointing out to our moral values and ability to think. Famous philosophers like Immanuel Kant agree, saying having freedom means following moral values. In real life, it seems like both our inside feelings and outside circumstances affect how we behave. The connection between free will and determinism is tricky and keeps getting looked at by philosophers. Secondly, I'll be going to darkness. For example, let's just say we are in a dark room that you cannot see anything that's any contents of the room, and nothing can be seen in the absence of light. So only with the presence of light you can be able to see the contents of what's in the room. Same goes to the concept of darkness. Because we as humans tend to assume that there's nothing in the darkness or there's limited things because we don't have the capabilities to imagine what is in the darkness. So thus, with only the presence of light, we are able to see in the darkness, and darkness can be explored. Without that, we cannot see anything. So that is the concept of there is something rather than nothing.
Hi everyone, I am Athia Laiva Malik, and today I'll be talking about the ideology of postmodernist relativism. But before anything, let's understand what the term really means. Postmodernist relativism challenges the fundamental tenets of modernism, including universal reason, objectivity, impartiality, and the superiority of science. The ideology questions the idea that science is the sole source of ultimate truth, making a departure from the modernist perspective. It is a philosophy influenced by cultural globalization and has significantly impacted the anti-vax movement, as we know, particularly in Malaysia. This philosophy denies universal reason, objectivity, and the superiority of science, as I have mentioned earlier, and it is a fundamental aspect of the anti-vax activism. Their skepticism extends beyond medicine or science, contradicting the modernist belief that science is the only fact. Postmodernist relativism has a broad influence on public opinion, particularly in vaccine aversion, especially during health emergencies like the COVID-19 pandemic. It is crucial for dispelling myths surrounding vaccines and promoting informed healthcare decisions. Some anti-vaxxers argue that receiving the COVID-19 vaccine can lead to fatal outcomes, which may be rooted in misinformation, contributing to concerns about the safety of the vaccine, and they might even die. Lastly, the interplay between postmodernist relativism and the anti-vax movement underscores the importance of evidence-based communication and strategic efforts to encourage vaccination. With this, I would like to conclude my presentation. Thank you very much.
Now let's take a look at point number 3, which is personal experiences and media influence. When talking to people who don't believe in vaccines, they often mention stories of vaccine injuries. These stories come from personal experiences or from people who they know who had bad side effects, such as skin rashes or serious problems like difficulty in breathing. Some even talk about severe allergic reactions or blood clot issues. These personal experiences strongly influence how these individuals see and decide about getting vaccinated. It's important to know that social media also plays a very big role in shaping what people think about vaccines. This is because social media is where people often gather all the vaccine injury stories from. Let's move on to the next point, which is postmodernism and vaccine skepticism in COVID-19. Some people are very skeptical about getting vaccinated because they have a fixed mindset. This means they don't trust in science and they rely more on religious beliefs and their own opinions. In this way, it opens a different spiritual beliefs, sometimes even unreliable ones. Dealing with the pandemic has been tough enough because of these beliefs, and it also shows how important it is to share information based on facts during health emergencies. So, to sum up on Title 2, the mix of personal experiences, social media influence, um, this way of thinking called postmodernist relativism makes things complicated when it comes to vaccines. It's crucial to talk openly and share information based on facts to keep everyone healthy.
Hello, Miss. My name is Muhammad Iqbal Razik, and today I will be going through Title 3, decolonization. Now, decolonization refers to the process of undoing the effects of colonization, which typically involves the withdrawal of colonial powers and establishment of the self-governance and independent by the colonized territory or community. It is a multifaceted and complex process that addresses the social, political, economic, and cultural impacts of colonization. An example of decolonization is that in Malaysia, um, we were once colonized by the British, and that can be seen through how we establish our school systems in tahun 1, tahun 2, tahun 3, as they do the same thing in England, where it's year 1, year 2, year 3. Now, next, an overview of Everything Everywhere All at Once themes. Now, this movie is a movie premiered in 2022, directed by Daniel Kwan and Daniel Schneid. It explores the themes of egoism, narcissism, and decolonization. It delves into the complexities through diverse character perspectives. So this movie goes into egoism, narcissism, and decolonization, and it presents itself in a way that normal consumers are able to understand these themes and go more in depth into the characters that they are watching, which shows the themes of decolonization. I'll now be passing to Adam Chow for the next part.
Thank you, Iqbal. I'm Adam Chow, and I'll be talking about the character analysis and ethical perspectives. So the first character is Alpha Waymon. He represents egoism with a self-centered actions affecting his relationships. The second one is Jobu Tupaki. Pursuit of personal interests challenges Islamic ethical values. Third, Deidre Bilberdre exhibits egoism through disregarding for others, contrasting the Hindu ethical principles. And last but not least, Evelyn. Her character reflects tensions between traditional and modern moral values. Next is the reflection for the movie. So in the movie portrays the intertwining of egoism and narcissism within relationships. The characters showcase the potential immorality of egoism and the impact on interpersonal dynamics. And third, it reminds the viewers, us, the ever-changing nature of understanding these concepts and the transformative power of love and compassion. Thank you. I'll be passing it to the next presenter.
Thank you for the last presenter. Now I'm going to explore how religion belief in Malaysia act as framework for decolonizations amid cultural globalizations. The first religion will be Islam. The principle they follow is Tawhid, emphasize God, oneness, and human in the connectivity. Example, avoiding pork consumption as per Quranic principle. The impact upholding culture, diversity, and fostering coexistence. The second religion will be Buddhism. The concept they follow is anicca or impermanency, acknowledging the transitory nature of cultural influence. They practice it by mindfulness, frozen self-awareness, adding informed decision in the face of globalization. The next religion will be Christian. The foundation they follow is social justice, equality, love, compassion. The action they take is advocacy against the mental effect of globalization, supporting cultural diversity. The result is they have moral, practical firmware for preventing non-Western value. The last will be Hinduism. The value is tradition, ritual, and drama. They practice by avoiding beef consumption due to the sacredness of cow. The impact protecting from culture globalization by holding on to belief and value. My conclusion will be this belief system offer timeless guidance for navigating cross-cultural exchange while preventing cultural diversity. In the era of rapid global evolution, they provide invaluable insight for embracing flexibility and safeguarding unique cultural identity. Thank you. That's all for our presentations.